can you talk to me about trash talk? Is it something that NBA players are not used to getting from Europeans, maybe?
I definitely think there's sometimes like misunderstanding. Like I never start that thing. Like usually people come to me and saying something, and like I said, I never back down because there's there's something you need to prove, or you better than person who you're talking to. And when you look at like I start think with the Russ. I didn't start things with the Russ. Russ is
Hmm.
mad in everybody. Like Russ is a great dude off the floor, but on the floor he's such a competitive guy. You'd be like he crazy. Like he be like, but on the court you really you're not even thinking about that. Like you just going with the flow. If somebody want that and you going with the flow, but off the floor I never have a problem with anybody. Like there is a line you don't want to
Hmm.
cross the line, no matter who you are or what's your name or color and origin that don't really matter. Like I feel like that's what changed in the league over the years. Before I think with I remember my first year with the Kevin Garnett. That I mean, we talking about that I mean that talk is crazy. Like that's Kobe and him. Like my experience was like Kobe, saying stuff in my language and KG was saying some crazy stuff like I'm like, wow, man, it's
Really?
really happening. Like
What would they say?
it's not for camera, but it's just like crazy stuff you can imagine, but they be really meaning like, and I don't know if they mean off the floor, but on the floor, on the court, like they be trying to cut your head and stuff. But that's how I think NBA changed too, because at the same time, it's a competitor, but they want to put the line there. You can go back and see how much fight was before,
Mhm.
and now you can barely see something because it's so much cost,
The
player,
fines and
organization,
everything. Yeah.
fans, and so I think that's a good thing. But I think still fans try to see more competitors far on the floor. But I think that's getting like young guys coming in and they think they're better than they are at some point,
Hmm.
and that point of their career. But I think that's good for the basketball and organization turning to the young players even more and more. So I think that's a good thing.